She texted, "I can't date an unemployed loser," and dumped me the day I was laid off. She didn't know I had a 200K severance package and a better job lined up. 6 weeks later, she saw my new car and texted, "I believe in second chances." My reply destroyed her. I, 32 male, got the call at 10 a.m. on a Thursday. Director of Operations wanted to see me. Never good. Walked into the conference room. HR was there. That's when I knew. "We're restructuring. Your position's being eliminated. Today's your last day." 8 years with the company. Just like that. But here's the thing. I saw it coming. Not the exact timing, but the writing was on the wall for months. Our department had been losing contracts, budgets were tight, and my direct supervisor had already jumped ship 2 months earlier. I'd been quietly updating my resume, networking, interviewing. Actually had a verbal offer from a competitor for a senior role. Better title, 35% pay bump, better benefits. Was waiting for the official offer letter to drop before giving notice anyway. The severance package was insane. Company policy was 2 weeks per year of service, but they bumped it up because they were eliminating multiple senior positions and wanted to avoid lawsuits. 16 weeks of pay plus unused PTO payout. Came out to just over $200 after taxes. Plus, they were covering Cobra for 6 months. Walked out of that building at noon with a box of my stuff and a severance agreement to review. Called my girlfriend, 28, on the drive home. We'd been together 18 months, talking about moving in together soon. "Hey, you free? Need to talk about something." "I'm at lunch with my sister." "What's up?" "Got laid off this morning." Silence. Then, "Are you serious right now?" "Yeah, it's been rough, but I'll explain when." "I can't do this." Her voice went cold. "Can't do what?" "I can't be with someone who doesn't have their life together. I need stability. I need a partner who can provide." I actually laughed. "Babe, it's a layoff. It happens. I've got savings and..." "Stop. Just stop. I've been thinking about this anyway. You're not where I need you to be. I want a house, kids, security. Not someone starting over at 32. "Starting over?" "I'm not. I'm breaking up with you. I need someone established, someone successful. Not..." She paused. "Not an unemployed loser." That hit different. Wow. Okay then. It's nothing personal. I just can't waste more time on someone who might not work out. Good luck with everything. She hung up, sat in my car in the parking garage for 10 minutes just processing. Woman I'd spent 18 months with, met her family, talked about a future with, gone in 3 minutes because I lost a job. Didn't cry, wasn't even that angry. Just disappointed. Saw who she really was. Got home, cracked a beer, and checked my email. The offer letter had come through while I was getting dumped. Start date 6 weeks out. Salary was actually 40% higher than my old job once I saw the full breakdown. Called my buddy from college who works in finance. Need advice on something. 2 hours later, I had a plan. Took about 80K from the severance and made some smart moves. Paid off my car. 14K remaining. Paid off all credit cards. 8K. Put a chunk in a high-yield savings account. Invested the rest in a diversified portfolio. My buddy helped set up. The remaining 120K? That was my cushion for the 6 weeks until the new job started, plus emergency fund. Week 1 of unemployment, her best friend texted, "Hey, just wanted to check on you. I heard what happened. That was really harsh." "I'm good. Thanks for asking." She's telling everyone you're broke and jobless. Just wanted you to know people aren't buying it. We know you. Appreciate it. That's when I knew she was out there spinning a narrative. The struggling ex-boyfriend she had to cut loose, making herself like the practical one. Week 3, her cousin reached out. "Dude, you got a raw deal. My cousin can be intense about money stuff. Her dad left when she was young. Finances are a trigger." Noted. Not my problem anymore. I spent those 6 weeks decompressing. Hadn't realized how burnt out I was. Slept in. Worked out. Caught up on reading. Interviewed with 2 more companies just to see my market value. Both offered more than the job I'd accepted. Traveled for a week. Week 5, I bought a new car. Nothing crazy. A certified pre-owned Tesla Model 3. Always wanted one, had the cash now, and the new job came with free charging at the office. Paid $52 outright. Picked it up on a Saturday. Drove it around, feeling good. Stopped at a coffee shop near my old apartment, and there she was. At an outdoor table with her sister. She saw the car first. Did a double take. Then saw me getting out. Her jaw literally dropped. I nodded politely, went inside, got my coffee, came back out. She was staring the entire time. As I walked past, she called out, "Nice car, thanks." Kept walking. "Wait, can we talk for a second?" I stopped. "Make it quick." She stood up. Her sister looked uncomfortable. Wow, a Tesla? That's amazing. How did you? Severance package was good. Used it smart. That's great. Really happy for you. Fake smile. So what are you doing now? Still looking. Start my new job Monday. Senior director role. Better than the old place. Her face did something complicated. Shock, regret, panic all at once. That's incredible. Wow. Pause. Look, I know we left things badly. You dumped me and called me an unemployed loser. Her sister coughed. She looked embarrassed. I was emotional. I didn't mean, yeah, you did, but it's cool. Worked out for both of us. I've been thinking about you, she said quickly. About us. I made a mistake. I was scared and I overreacted. Okay. I believe in second chances, she said, reaching for my arm. Everyone deserves a second chance. Maybe we could get coffee this week? Talk properly? I looked at her hand on my arm, then at her face. She had that look, the one she used when she wanted something. No? What? I said no, I don't date people who think love comes with conditions. You showed me who you are when things got hard. I believe in second chances for people who deserve them. You don't. Her face went red. Are you serious? After everything we had? Everything we had lasted until I lost my job. That's not everything. That's barely anything. I made one mistake. You made a choice, a calculated one. You even said you'd been thinking about it. So no, I don't want to get coffee. I don't want to talk. I want you to live with the consequences of choosing a paycheck over a person. Her sister was looking at her phone like it was the most interesting thing ever. You're being cruel, she said. I'm being clear. We're done. Enjoy your coffee. Got in my car and left. Checked the rear view. She was just standing there. Felt pretty good, honestly. Update 1, it's been 2 weeks since the coffee shop incident. Started the new job. It's great. Team solid. Challenges are interesting. But that's not why I'm updating. She's lost her mind. Monday after our encounter, she texted at 11 p.m. Still thinking about what you said. You're right, I screwed up. Can we please talk? Didn't respond. Tuesday, I know I hurt you. I was wrong. I miss you. I miss us. Still nothing. Wednesday, you're really going to ignore me? That's mature. Oh, now she wants to talk about maturity. Thursday, she switched tactics. Called 3 times. Left a voicemail. I'm at the restaurant where we had our first date. Thought maybe you'd want to come by? For old time's sake? Who does that? Friday evening, I'm at a work happy hour with my new team. Networking, getting to know people, having a beer. And guess who walks in with her girlfriends? Pure coincidence? Doubt it. She spotted me immediately. Made a beeline over. Hey, what a surprise. My new colleagues looked confused. Hey, I said flatly. You didn't tell me you'd be here, she said, like we were still together. Why would I? She laughed awkwardly. Right, of course, just thought, I don't know. She glanced at my coworkers. Aren't you going to introduce me? This is my ex-girlfriend. We broke up. She's just leaving. The table went silent. Her face went white, then red. You're being ridiculous. Can we talk outside? Nope. Fine. Be childish. She stormed off. One of my new colleagues, this guy from the marketing team, raised his eyebrows. That was awkward. Yeah, long story. She dumped you and now she wants you back? Pretty much. Classic. He shook his head. My ex did the same thing when I got promoted. Some people only want you when you're valuable. Exactly. Saturday morning I woke up to 23 texts. All from her. Highlights include, you embarrassed me in front of everyone. I was trying to be nice and you humiliated me. You've changed. The old you would never be this mean. I'm starting to think you never really loved me. My friends think you're being abusive. Withholding closure is emotional abuse. Fine. I hope you're happy alone. You'll regret this. Blocked her number. Sunday, her sister texted, Hey, I know things are weird. Just wanted to say my sister's going through stuff right now. She really did care about you. Maybe give her another chance to explain. Replied, she had 18 months to care about me. She chose not to. Tell her to move on. I have. Monday at work, I got called into HR. My stomach dropped. The HR woman looked uncomfortable. We received a complaint about you. What kind of complaint? Someone claiming to be your ex-girlfriend called saying you've been harassing her, sending unwanted messages, showing up places she is, making her uncomfortable. I actually laughed. That's literally the opposite of what's happening. Can you elaborate? I pulled out my phone. Showed her the text history before I blocked her. The calls. Explained the coffee shop encounter, the bar situation. I haven't initiated contact once. She's been the one reaching out. I blocked her number yesterday. She reviewed everything. This is clearly not harassment on your part. I'll note that in the file and close the complaint. If she contacts us again, we'll handle it. Can I get that in writing, just to cover myself? Smart. Yes, I'll email you a summary. Left that meeting feeling weird. She'd tried to mess with my job, my new job, after dumping me for not having one. The audacity. Tuesday evening, I was grabbing takeout near my place. Ran into her mother. Haven't seen her since the breakup. Oh, hi. She looked nervous. Hi. My daughter mentioned you two ran into each other. Yeah. She's pretty upset, says you've been cruel. I just stared at her. Look, her mom continued. I know she handled things badly, but she's my daughter. She made a mistake. Can't you just talk to her? Give her some closure? She dumped me via phone call while I was in a parking garage. Told me I was an unemployed loser. Called it quits because I lost my job. Now that I'm doing better than before, she wants back in. That's not a mistake, that's a character flaw. Her mom looked uncomfortable. She was scared. Her father left us with nothing. Money is a sensitive subject. Then she should date a bank account, not a person. That's harsh. So was calling me a loser when I was already having the worst day of my career. I paid for my food and left. Got home, poured a drink, sat on my couch. Here's the thing, I'm not even mad anymore. I'm just tired of it. She made her choice. It was a bad choice. Now she wants a do-over because the outcome didn't benefit her. But life doesn't work like that. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I got a new number. Please don't block this one. I just need to talk to you. I stared at that message for a long time. Then I typed, I'm gonna say this once. We are done. Permanently. You ended things when I needed support. You're only back because I don't need support anymore. That's not love. That's opportunism. Stop contacting me. Stop showing up where I am. Stop calling my job. Move on with your life. I have. Sent. Then blocked that number too. Finished my drink, ordered a new TV I'd been eyeing, started a new book. Moving forward feels good. Update 2, 3 weeks since the last update. Thought things would calm down. I was wrong. She escalated, like, significantly. First, she started showing up at my apartment building. Not knocking on my door. She doesn't know which unit I moved into after we broke up. But I'd see her car in the parking lot, sitting there, waiting. First time, I ignored it. Second time, I documented it with photos and timestamps. Third time, I called the non-emergency police line. Officer came out, took my statement, saw her car, went over and talked to her, came back. She says she's just parked in a public lot, claims she's visiting a friend in the building. She doesn't know anyone here. We broke up months ago. Can't really do anything unless she approaches you or threatens you. But I documented it. Call again if she keeps showing up. She left after that, but was back 2 days later. Next, she found out where I go for lunch near my office. How? Not sure. Maybe saw it on an old Instagram post or something. Started randomly being there when I showed up. First time, I saw her through the window and went somewhere else. Second time, she was already inside when I walked in. Came right up to me in line. Please stop running away from me. I'm not running. I just don't want to talk to you. We need closure. You got closure. I told you we're done. That's not closure, that's you being vindictive. I ordered my food. She followed me to a table. Can you not? I said. 5 minutes, that's all I'm asking. No. I'll keep showing up until you listen. That's called stalking. It's called fighting for someone you love. I packed up my food and left. Ate in my car, but the worst part came last week. I have this friend group, 4 guys I've known since college. We meet up monthly for poker night. Been doing it for years, rotate whose place we use. Last month was my turn. My apartment, casual night, beers, cards, catching up. She somehow found out about it and showed up. Knocked on my door around 9 p.m. I looked through the peephole, saw her, did not open it. I know you're in there, I can hear you. My buddies went quiet. One of them whispered, Is that your ex? I nodded. She kept knocking. Just let me in. I brought wine. We can all hang out like adults. I opened the door a crack. Chain still on. You need to leave. Come on. Don't be like this in front of your friends. You're not invited. You don't live here. Leave. We used to talk about me hosting poker nights with you. I just wanted to. We broke up. You ended it. You don't get to show up at my place months later and act like we're friends. One of my buddies came to the door. Hey, he asked you to leave. You should probably go. She looked past me, saw all of them watching. Got embarrassed. Fine. This is why we didn't work. You never wanted to include me in anything. You dumped me because I got laid off. Silence. That's really what happened? My friend asked. Yup. Damn, she left, but not before saying, we're not done talking about this. After she was gone, my buddies were all over it. Bro, that's insane. She really dumped you over losing your job? And now she wants you back because you got a better one? That's messed up. We ended up spending an hour talking about it instead of playing cards. They all agreed I should consider a restraining order if she keeps showing up. One of them is a lawyer, not family law, but he gave me some advice. Document everything, keep records, don't engage, and if it continues, file for a protection order. But here's where it gets really entitled. 2 days ago, she showed up at my job, walked right into the building, asked for me at reception. Security called my extension. You have a visitor in the lobby. She says she's your girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. We broke up months ago. I don't want to see her. Understood, I'll let her know. 5 minutes later, she texted from yet another new number. Really? You had security turn me away? I just wanted to bring you lunch and congratulate you on the new job properly. I forwarded it to HR. Same woman as before. She called me 20 minutes later. This is escalating. I'm going to send a formal letter to her stating she's not permitted on company property and any further contact regarding your employment will be considered harassment. Thank you. Also, I'd recommend you consider legal action if this continues. What she's doing isn't healthy. That evening, I went to a law office. Sat down with someone who handles protection orders. Showed her everything. The texts, the photos of her car at my building, the work visit, all of it. You have enough for a temporary protection order. The behavior is clearly unwanted and escalating. Judge will likely grant it. What does that mean for her? She'd be legally required to stay away from you, your home, your workplace. No contact. If she violates it, she can be arrested. I don't want to ruin her life. You're not. She's doing this to herself. You're just protecting yourself. Filed the paperwork that afternoon. Court date is next week. She'll be notified. Part of me feels bad. Most of me doesn't. I gave her multiple chances to move on. Told her clearly we're done. She won't listen. Got a text last night from her mother. A protection order? Are you serious? My daughter made a mistake and you're treating her like a criminal. I didn't respond, but I wanted to say, your daughter dumped me at my lowest point and is now harassing me at my highest. That's not a mistake. That's a pattern. The hearing is in 4 days. My lawyer friend offered to come with me for support. I keep thinking about what she said that day in the parking garage. Unemployed loser. Like I was worthless because I lost a job. But here's the thing she didn't understand. I was never the job. I'm a person with skills, experience, and resilience. The job was just where I happened to work. She couldn't see that, only saw the paycheck. And now she sees a bigger paycheck and wants back in. But I'm not a paycheck. Never was. Update 3. Final. The hearing was yesterday. Here's how it went down. Showed up at the courthouse at 9 a.m. My buddy came with me like he promised. Had all my documentation printed out and organized. Texts, photos, dates, everything. She was there with her mother and some guy in a cheap suit who I assume was her lawyer. She looked angry. We went into the courtroom. Judge was a no-nonsense woman in her 50s. Called our case. Her lawyer went first. Your Honor, this is a case of miscommunication between two people who recently ended a romantic relationship. My client has been attempting to reconcile, and the petitioner has mischaracterized normal post-breakup contact as harassment. The judge looked at me. Your response? I stood up. My hands weren't even shaking. Your Honor, I've asked her repeatedly to stop contacting me. She's shown up at my home multiple times, my workplace, places I frequent. She's created multiple phone numbers to contact me after I blocked her. I've never initiated contact. I've asked her to stop. She won't. Do you have documentation? I handed over the folder. The judge spent 5 minutes reviewing it. Her expression got progressively more concerned. Ma'am, she said to my ex, you've contacted him. How many times after he asked you to stop? My ex stood up. We were together for 18 months. You don't just throw that away. I made a mistake and I'm trying to fix it. By showing up at his workplace? I just wanted to talk to him. After he blocked your number multiple times? Silence. The judge looked at her lawyer. Counsel, your client has engaged in a pattern of unwanted contact that meets the legal definition of harassment, unless you have evidence that the petitioner invited or welcomed this contact. Her lawyer shuffled papers. No, Your Honor. Then I'm granting the temporary protection order. Ma'am, you are to have no contact with the petitioner. No phone calls, texts, emails, social media contact. You are not to go within 500 feet of his residence or workplace. This order is effective immediately and will remain in effect for 1 year, at which point we'll review. Do you understand? My ex's face crumpled. This is insane. I love him. That's not relevant to these proceedings. You're harassing him. It needs to stop. He's doing this to punish me. The judge's expression hardened. Sir, do you feel you're doing this to punish her? No, Your Honor. I'm doing this because I've asked her repeatedly to leave me alone, and she won't respect that boundary. Seems clear to me. The order stands. We left the courtroom. Her mother tried to approach me in the hallway. My buddy stepped between us. You got what you wanted, her mother said. Hope you're happy. I wanted to be left alone. That's it. She loved you. She loved the idea of me when I was successful. When I wasn't, she called me an unemployed loser and dumped me. That's not love. Her mother didn't have a response to that. In the parking lot, my buddy clapped me on the shoulder. You good? Yeah, I'm good. And I was. It felt like closing a door that should have been closed months ago. That was yesterday. Today's been quiet. No texts, no calls, no surprise appearances. Just silence. Went to work, had a normal day. Had lunch at my desk, left on time. Came home to my apartment that she's legally not allowed to come near anymore. Ordered pizza, watched a movie. Texted with someone I met through a friend last week. We're getting coffee this weekend. No pressure, just seeing if there's chemistry. She seems nice, has her own career, her own life. We matched on interests, not on what I could provide. It's refreshing. Here's what I learned from all this. Someone who only wants you when you're winning was never rooting for you in the first place. They were rooting for themselves. Real partnership is about being there when things are hard, not just when they're easy. She failed that test immediately. And honestly, the protection order isn't the revenge. The revenge is that I'm doing better than ever, professionally, financially, emotionally, and she can't be part of it. She thought she was trading up by leaving. Instead, she traded away her last chance with someone who actually cared about her as a person. The Tesla, the new job, the salary bump, that's all nice. But the real win is knowing my worth isn't tied to my employment status. I'm valuable because of who I am, not what I do for a living. She couldn't see that, her loss. To everyone asking if I feel guilty about the protection order, no. I gave her multiple opportunities to respect my boundaries. She chose not to. The legal system exists for situations exactly like this. To the people saying I should have given her another chance, why? So she could dump me again the next time life got complicated? Hard pass. And to the few people saying I'm being cruel, there's nothing cruel about protecting your peace. I don't owe anyone access to my life, especially someone who threw me away when I was down. The best part? My new job is going great. Got positive feedback in my first month review. Boss mentioned potential for promotion to VP level within a year if I keep performing. Making more money than I ever have. Have actual work-life balance. My apartment's exactly how I want it. My car still makes me smile every time I get in it. My savings account is growing, my stress levels are down, and she's legally required to leave me alone. That's not revenge. That's just consequences finally catching up with someone who thought other people were disposable based on their bank statements. She texted me once from a friend's phone the night after the hearing. Just one message. I hope you know you ruined everything we could have had. I didn't respond. But if I had, I would have said, you ruined it the second you called me an unemployed loser. I just refused to let you unruin it when it became convenient for you. Deleted the message. Blocked that number too. Final update, because people keep asking about the coffee date. It went well. Really well. We talked for 3 hours. She's a graphic designer, has her own freelance business. Didn't ask what I make, didn't care about my car. We talked about books, travel, weird hobbies. She collects vintage postcards. I think that's cool. We're getting dinner this weekend. No idea if it'll go anywhere, but it feels different. Feels like she's interested in me, not my resume. That's how it should be. So yeah, that's the end of this saga. The girl who dumped me for being an unemployed loser is legally barred from contacting me while I'm living my best life with a great job, a nice car, and actual peace. Some stories do have satisfying endings. This is one of them. Thanks for following along, everyone. Time to close this chapter for good and see what comes next.